Hey, everybody. Welcome to 2022. Good to see ya. Humpday update. We're going to go back to trying again with filming this as a video so I can be a little bit longer winded. And then I'll, give you a little synopsis and stories and then link the longer video here. So, bear with us as we make yet another adjustment with Humpday update. But we do, I do look at this time as a time to educate buyers and sellers, potential clients, past clients, maybe other agents that are watching. Just to get a conversation going. It's one-sided when it's a video, but there's always comments, and we are certainly accessible through direct message, or you can always text us. So anyway, as per usual, we sort of allude to what the week's topic is going to be about with Tuesday Tea. And yesterday, I took the opportunity on Tuesday Tea to announce that the team has moved back to Keller Williams. Little backstory, that is where I started as a baby agent. I joined in 2014. As a lot of you know, I was in luxury apartment management with a real estate investment trust here in Charlotte for Post properties. They don't exist anymore. They got bought out, but I think some of the properties still say Post. MMA bought them, but I was licensed, I think in 2011. It was either 2010 or 2011. It was right after Grady was born, I think. It might have been right after EJ was born. Anyway, isn't that awful? I don't know. But it was just for the purpose of having the knowledge and the license. As a property manager, I never used it before that. And then when Grady was about a year old, I left that job full time and went back to school. Sorry. I stayed home for about 6 months. I stayed working part-time for Post for about 2 more years, but I went back to school to get an associate's in accounting so I could sit for the CPA exam, which I don't know if a lot of you know that. Anyway, once I finished school and figured out very quickly that I did indeed not want to be an accountant, I joined Keller Williams. I just took a very windy road to tell you that I joined Keller Williams. I joined Keller Williams Fort Mill for a couple of reasons. One, we knew some people there. My parents' realtor was there, and she's an old friend of my mom. I really liked the leadership when I met with them. And then because mom was living in South Carolina and I was at the lake, Fort Mill just seemed like a good location. And it was absolutely 100% the best decision I could have ever made. We had so much support there, and nobody trains new agents better than Keller Williams. I feel that very strongly, and I think whether other agents with other brokerages are wanting to admit it or not, I think a lot of people feel that way. Their program is just so good. I mean, it's done for you. It's proven. So if you just do what they tell you to do, your business will take off. It did for me. Just really fell in love with leadership over there. And in about the middle of 2017, so 3 years into our endeavor, I had built the team. So mom had joined me, Amanda then joined, and then Amber. So I had a 4-person team at that time, and we got busy, right? And so, just doing the systems and following the protocols, we built a pretty decent business, and it got to be where driving to Fort Mill was a time suck that we didn't have the time for anymore. And so wanting to stay with Keller Williams, still being very pro Keller Williams, we moved to the Lake Norman location for Keller Williams because this is where a majority of our business is. So mom, does our South Carolina stuff. We do some South Charlotte stuff, but, real estate is a uber, local, geographically ran focused business. And sorry, I got a text that distracted me, but It is very much anyway. So our business is really built around where most of us live. It just got to be really hard. So we moved to the Keller Williams Lake Norman, which is in Cornelius office, and we were there for 2 years. Was right. I guess almost 3, because it was right after the pandemic started. And then we decided, okay, we've taken all the Keller Williams classes. We've done all the things. Maybe it's time for us to venture outside of Keller Williams and try something different. So we went to, more of like a independent brokerage, a smaller boutique brokerage. They were all wonderful over there. We were there for a year and a half, but it just, I just was missing being around big thinkers, and certainly under the helm of Gary Keller, who I do believe is an innovator like no other in this industry. And one of the things that he has committed to do and proven that this is his mindset is he's kept agents at the center of real estate. And I genuinely believe that we serve a big purpose. I've talked to y'all about that before. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't be doing this business. And I want to be under an umbrella for somebody that's working hard to keep agents at the center of the business. I mean, the things that he has done, transitioning to be more of a technology based, company and getting our own CRM and our own technology management, was really just leaps and bounds. If any other industry decides to do that now, they're going to be 4 years behind Keller Williams. They, offer us having an iBuyer program and all of the training. I mean, just you guys, the amount of training that they give us is just, and admittedly, not every agent takes advantage of it, but they really should. They really do make us better agents for our clients. And then the community, the focus on community and, just the overall culture of Keller Williams is so superior. So I just had this nagging feeling that I wanted to go back, and had something come up last year. I haven't really talked to y'all about it. It's a mistake that I made on a listing, and it has proven to be an issue for the buyer client, who was not my client. I represented the seller. And so we have what's called errors and omissions insurance with real estate, and it is a clear errors and omissions mistake, and is being taken care of with errors and omissions, but I kept going back to the leadership at Keller Williams Fort Mill over and over again, trying to get some guidance and understanding, like, what does this mean? Because I had never been through anything like that. I didn't know what to do or what the questions to ask or how to behave. And so I found myself going back to my old leadership there, and the writing was on the wall that we needed to move back. So I just told you guys a very long story just to further explain why we are back. They are now called Keller Williams Connected, not Keller Williams Fort Mill anymore, although it is the same people, the same ownership, the same office. And the group of agents that are in that office, they're leading agents in that office, are just unlike any other agents. I mean, these are big thinkers, you guys. These are innovators and business owners and job creators, and just in their community and just doing big things. And I want to do big things. And so you never want to be the smartest person in a room. I am by far the dumbest person in the room now over there, and that's fine, right? I got to be in a big space to grow big. So that's what has happened. We are so excited to be back. We're acclimating ourselves back to their systems, which is always, when you're in sales, you don't want to sit behind a computer and learn new systems, but it's even more difficult when we're talking about 8 women that, none of us, that's not any of our expertise, but we're getting there. So we've been doing lots of Zoom training and things like that, taking advantage of this slower time in the real estate market to get acclimated over there. But we're really excited. We hope you guys are excited for us. If anybody wants to talk more about Keller Williams with me and the decision why we went back, I'm always happy. I'm just a phone call away. Text me, whatever. I'm happy to talk about it. That's our big news for the first Hump Day update of the new year. We'll be back next week with some more and, getting into the nitty gritty. We got some cool new monthly and weekly series coming out on social media, hoping to do some more video, get better at being great representatives for our buyer and seller clients all the time, and being better business owners and, just overall citizens of our community. So we hope you'll stick around. We hope you're enjoying all the content that we're doing, and can't wait to start showing you some killer listings this spring. We've got some stuff coming up. I don't think anything's going live until February. But we've got some really pretty stuff coming up. We've got buyers that are desperate to find houses too. So if you are thinking about selling, you don't need to wait until the spring. You don't need to wait until the trees are pretty. That's just the market that we're in, guys. It is still an intense seller's market. And now is the time to get the biggest bang for your buck. There has really never been a better time to sell and move up. With interest rates where they are, even though they're creeping up, they're still historically low. Conventional loan limits are way up. So there's jumbo loans are, I think, in the upper 600s now. So, you have to get above the upper 600s to do a jumbo loan. And so it's just, you would be shocked how far your money goes now. The average home price is way up because people can afford so much more. So if you're thinking about selling, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to talk about what I can do for you and your bottom line, and see about getting you in a bigger house. Maybe you want a house with a basement. Maybe you need a bonus room. Maybe you want a pool, a yard where you could put a pool. Maybe you want a better school district or a neighborhood with amenities, or you want to get the heck out of a neighborhood, whatever the motivation. We'd love to talk to you about it. So thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. I am going to do a more shortened synopsis of this on stories, and then link this longer version here. And that's hopefully how we're going to keep doing it week after week. And hopefully you'll be checking us out. And if you want to be part of our newsletter and be notified when we put new content out, definitely send us a message so that we can get you in our database. So anyway, happy 2022. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season and are looking forward to kicking booty this year, or taking a break if that's what you need. Whatever you need, I hope it comes to you. Thanks.